Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. Earlier I saw an article about Thomas Markle deciding to sue the paparazzi who took the stage photos of him before Harry and Meghan's wedding. And the question is why? Because he actually agreed to this photo shoot. He thought it will make him look better, and then the results was that he lost contact with his daughter. So why is he now suing them? Does he think that it will help him regain his daughter's affection, or as someone told me on Twitter, is just completely devastated and just has no hope anymore for anything? So why does he do that? And I decided to do a kachina knife, because a kachina knife is a good spread to see relationship between people. And this tarot deck is called The Lonely Dreamer, and I thought it was, just by the name, it was the best name to depict Thomas Markle. It's kind of new, so I am going to use Palo Santo to purify it, because I never used it before. But the pictures are very, very strong, and the animation is very, very strong, completely different from the Rider-Waite. So there's a lot to learn or to get from the intuition in this deck as well. So I'm going to start with clearing the deck and ask the energies around Thomas Markle, suing paparazzi, Thomas Markle suing the paparazzi that took his photos, Thomas Markle suing the paparazzi that took his planned photos. So let's see what we get. So this first card will be the energy around Thomas, and we get the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is a card of speed and velocity. This is also a card of communication, something very swift. This is a card of a lot of electronic communication, like the internet. This is a very good card for this. So this is how Thomas sees his position right now, as someone who has to act fast, and this is the right time to do that, and that he has the necessary qualification to do that, and to sue. And the picture shows here a person on a horse. So as intuitively, it looks like someone going on a voyage, someone going on some kind of travel, someone who wants to go on some kind of a voyage to succeed in something. So I'm not sure whether it is wanting to succeed in the lawsuit or wanting to succeed with his daughter, but this is someone going out to get something and going out fast. So this is Thomas Markle's energy. Now the second card is the paparazzi's energy, and we get the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is a very good depiction for a paparazzi, because paparazzis are people that are going from one place to another place to get pictures. The Page of Wands is the eternal student, so someone who is wandering around to get more and more, to learn more and more, and this is a very good depiction for a paparazzi photographer that runs from one place to another to get something he wants. So this is how the paparazzi are. So they are in to get what they want, to get what they need, and they are and for them it's the minute they finish that, they forgot about it and they don't care about it anymore. So this is the Page of Wands. Now in the past we get the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands is a card of and I did shuffle the cards very good before I even started the reading. And the Five of Wands is a card that speaks about victory with help. Now, usually we see people fighting. Here we see some kind of a person standing, looking at the sea, looking at the boats, and this is more of someone who, this is very much like Thomas Markle, that I understand he lives by the sea, and but this is very much like someone who feels very alone. And this card tells him, if you want to win, you need to get help. This is not a victory that you can get alone. This is not the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is victory that you can get by yourself. But the Five of Wands is a victory that can be achieved, but with help. So you need to find some kind of unconventional help to do the right thing and to react in the right way. And this is also a card of need for therapy or psychology, but this is a card, and here especially it is card of someone who is very lonely, and if he doesn't get the help that he needs, then he will not succeed. Now, the energy between them. So what is the energy between them? And the energy between them is the Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is another card of struggle, and this is another five. Now, five is the second card of the second cycle of the tarot, and fives are also cards of communications and response and being tired of waiting for results. Now, the Five of Swords tell him, even more than the Five of Wands, it tells him that he has to stop waiting for others to do the job for him. He has to start doing it by himself, because he has to start being active, and if he will be active, then he can succeed. This is a card who calls Thomas Markle not to sit on the fence anymore, to start acting. And up until now, he has been talking a lot. He said that he will go to the media every month, and he said that he will sue Megan for visitation. And I did do a tarot reading about that, and I saw that he won't, and he changed his mind, and he didn't. And now he's coming and saying that he will sue the paparazzi. Now, if he wants to win, then he has to start acting. He has to start doing things. Now, this is a very dark card. You can see here that this card is even darker than the Five of Wands, and this is because it is so dark. It shows his state of mind, and his state of mind is of someone who lost hope somewhere. And this is something that I have to agree with the one who wrote me on Twitter, that maybe he lost hope completely. So this is the energy between them. And then we get the future, the near future. And in the near future, we see the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is a card of second chances, of getting out of your comfort zone. So if you want to get the second chance, if you want to get the second chance with your daughter, you need to get out of your comfort zone. So I have this feeling that this whole lawsuit is directed to Megan, and we can see here two women that are hugging each other, but it is directed to Megan and maybe to Doria as well. And this is a way of Thomas Markle to show that he is getting out of his comfort zone. He is trying to rectify the errors of the past, and he is asking for a second chance. So this whole paparazzi suing thing is his way of trying to show Megan that he cares about her and that he is going to war against that paparazzi that destroyed their relationship. So this is an action of a kind of a desperate person that is trying to do whatever he can to get his daughter's attention, and this is and he might be able to get this second chance if Megan is listening at all. Now, what kind of advice can we give him? And the advice is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is change your perception, change your point of view. When you change your point of view, when you change your perception, you start looking at the world from another angle and you start seeing things differently. So stop being a sacrifice, so stop feeling a sacrifice. Believe that things can be okay. When you believe that things will be okay, you are starting this chain of events when the universe is starting to do things the way you want them. So this is the first advice that we can give him. And the second card is just explaining, or is giving us explanation for this, for the Hanged Man, and we get the Five of Cups. So this is the third five number that we get in this reading, which is quite unusual. And as I said, 5 is very much communication and being tired of not succeeding in the past and wanting to succeed. And the Five of Cups is a card of someone who is in despair, and this is, most of the time, this is an unjust despair. Why? Because as you can see, even here, this woman is looking at the 3 cups that are spilled. She doesn't see the 2 cups that are still standing. And this is as someone who cannot see reality as it is, and he is in despair, or she is in despair, because of the 3 cups that are spilled, but she cannot see that she still has 2 cups that are filled. So this is an unjust despair, and this is depression, and this is his state of mind. And as a clarification for the Hanged Man, this is exactly the point of view that he has to change. And if he does change this point of view, and he stops feeling a sacrifice, and he stops feeling depression and despair, then he might succeed. Now let's see what the underlying energy tells us. And the underlying energy is another 5. No, I'm sorry. It's the 3. It's 3 of Swords. So 3 of Swords is destruction. It's destruction that is caused because of what you have done in the past. And this is exactly how he feels now. This is destruction and failure that are the results of his action, his previous actions. And I'm not sure it's only the paparazzi shots, maybe it's more than that, but this is how he feels. He is brokenhearted right now. He feels despair, he feels depression, and he feels completely failed with his daughter, and completely failed with her. Maybe it's not only with the relationship, but also in the way of her upbringing, because as we heard him in one of his interviews, he claimed that she never lied before she met the Soho Hospice people and before she met Harry. But we know that she was a liar even before that. So this is very much a way of his upbringing, and he created that quote-unquote monster. And the narcissism is something that comes from the upbringing and the way the person was brought up, and he was the main person that brought Meghan up. He feels that he completely failed with that. So this is the underlying energy. And in the middle of the deck, let's see what we get. So in the middle of the deck, we get the World. And the World is the card of perfection and holiness. This is the end of the journey of the Fool. This is the end of the major arcana, which is the end of the spiritual journey. And this is getting everything complete, getting an ending, and this is what he aspires. He wants everything to be completed in the best way possible. He wants an end to this feud with his daughter. He wants to be able to start from the beginning, because what happens after the World card in the tarot, we go back to the Fool. But then the Fool is wiser, and he has already reached enlightenment, and if he goes over the cliff, he will not fall, he will float like the Buddha. So when the World card comes up, this is the end, but it is also a new beginning, and this is exactly what he wants. So this is the tarot. Reading, and to end it, I am going to take an oracle card from a deck that is also about dreams, but angel dreams, and let's see what kind of advice can we give Thomas Markle. So, advice for Thomas Markle. Advice for Thomas Markle. Advice for Thomas Markle. Let's see what we get. What do angel dreams say? And we get kitchen, creation. So this is something about creation, being creative. He needs to start thinking of creative ways in order to get out of this depression, start creating, and stop being a sacrifice, and then he might be helpful, and this might be helpful for him. So this could be his creation, to sue the paparazzis and then get some good points in his daughter's mind. So this is it, and I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.